Dámy a pánové, vítejte u dalšího jubilejního Fate Stay Night Remastered. Jsme zpátky, baby. A jenom po 3 dnech. Já vím, nasliboval jsem toho hodně, bohužel jsem to nesplnil. Já se vám velice strašně omlouvám. Doufám, že mi můžete odpustit. Každopádně. Nebudeme otálet, jdeme rovnou do toho. OK, doufám, že to půjde. Jak někoho zabiju. OK. Fate Stay Night. Yes, viděl jsem to tam, viděl jsem tam to okno. Zvuky by taky asi měly jít. OK. Čilec. Jdeme na to. Continue. Jdeme zabít berserkera. A shadow looms. It's a strange shape that seems out of place in the darkened town. Berserker. I'm not familiar with the word Tosaka whispers. I don't even need to ask. It's definitely a servant. Negative, you know, fucked. It gives off an overwhelming aura of death that surpasses even the fire from 10 years ago. Hey yo. Good evening, brother. This is the second time we've met. The girl smiles. Her innocence sends a chill up my spine. To se mě zabila v minulém streamu. Já jí nevěřím. No, the chill goes deeper than that. It's not just my body. Even my mind freezes. That thing is a monster. I'm not even looking into its eyes, but its intimidating presence paralyzes me. My instincts tell me I'm dead the instant I move. It feels like someone is pressing a knife against my exposed stomach. Crap, he's definitely in a different league. While all I manage to do is stand there, paralyzed, Tosaka is composed enough to brace herself. Even that seems futile. I can only see her back, but I still sense her despair. Huh? Oh, your servant's resting. That's no fun. I thought I would get rid of 2 at once. The young girl seems displeased as she stands at the top of the hill looking down on us. This is even worse. That girl knows that Tosaka's servant is not here, and then... The girl bows gracefully, which seems wildly out of place given the current mood. Very nice to meet you, Rin. My name is Ilya. Perhaps you might recognize the name Eliasfir von Einsbern better. Einsbern. Tosaka trembles slightly, seeming to recognize the name. The girl smiles, seemingly delighted by Tosaka's reaction. Then here we go. Kill them, Berserker. In a sing-song voice, the girl orders the monstrosity behind her. The giant jumps, In a single leap, this berserker sails all the way from the top of the hill to its bottom, where we stand. Shiro, get back! Saber surges forward, her raincoat flutters over her shoulders, blocking my view for a moment. Saber runs towards where Berserker is about to land. Berserker lands, kicking up a small torrent of air in his wake. The two meet almost simultaneously. Ooh. The very air shakes. Saber stabs Berserker's rock-like sword with her invisible sword. Saber's mouth twists as she strains, and then Berserker's giant sword moves in a flash, creating a whirlwind. Thunder, the clash of swords, almost tearing the air, ends in Saber's defeat. I hear something skidding. Saber blocks Berserker's giant sword with her own, but the impact pushes her backwards. Saber buckles. The copper-skinned servant follows her. The monster swings its giant sword again and again, as if it knows how to do nothing else. Saber continues to block it with her sword, unable to dodge the strikes. Saber's sword being invisible doesn't matter. She needs to put all her strength into blocking his attacks, or she's dead for sure. Saber's left with no choice but to remain on the defensive. The only chance Saber has of winning is to find an opportunity to strike between Berserker's attacks. And yet, that's only if Berserker leaves her an opening. His massive black rock sword moves like a raging storm. He is enormous. Despite his size and unwieldy weapon, Berserker is faster than Saber. His unrelenting attacks just smash whatever is in his way, that's all. But it's enough to be effective. As long as he retains his overwhelming speed and power, he doesn't really need technique. Humans devise technique to compensate for their own weakness. That giant, that monster, he has no weakness. Run! Is the only thing I can manage to say. My body is completely frozen. That thing cannot be beaten. Saber is going to die. That's why she needs to run. It would be easy if it was just her that needed to flee. Of course, she knows that perfectly well. Jesus Christ. Oh. That's not good. My body may be paralyzed, but my mind is still working. The raging storm of death simply won't let up. Saber retreats, unable to block it all. And then, the final unblockable blow comes. Saber hangs in the air, twisting her body impossibly. Saber manages to defend against Berserker's titanic swing. It's all she can do to defend herself from the fatal blow. But because she can't completely brace against the giant's tremendous swing, his attack sends her flying. After sailing in a wide arc, she falls to the ground. Just before her back hits the ground, Saber turns in midair and lands on her feet. She manages to compose herself, but crimson blood stains her chest. I'm such an idiot. I've completely forgotten about something crucial. I don't know how many times servants can fight in a day, but this is Saber's third battle. On top of that, Saber still hasn't healed from the wound Lancer inflicted on her chest earlier. Saber shifts her guard to protect her chest. Berserker moves in like a violent wind, striking at Saber while she's hampered by her wound. His blows rain down on her back. Vier Stiere erschießen. I don't know what kind of magecraft Osaka used, but something burst against Berserker's body. From the amount of magical energy I can feel, the impact must have been equivalent to a large caliber pistol. Even that is meaningless. It barely even scratches him. He isn't nullifying magical energy like what Saber does. The attack just doesn't affect him. What? This guy is ridiculously durable. Despite that, Tosaka continues to cast a spell. Berserker just ignores Tosaka's spells and charges at Saber. Saber painfully lifts her head. She readies her sword, intent on continuing the fight. The sight of her in so much pain gets me moving again. No! Run, Saber! I yell with all my might. She hears me. But she braces herself to confront an enemy she can't possibly compete with. Berserker's attacks are relentless. Saber weakens with every block. The end slowly creeps up on her. Where in that small frame of hers does such power come from? Saber doesn't retreat. She endures the great sword's furious attacks and tries to push Berserker back with sheer vigor. She has no chance of winning. Even though she knows her demise is inevitable, she holds her ground adamantly. Maybe it sensed something from her. The monster, silent until now, suddenly roars. Its attacks are impossible to block. Its attacks rain down on her. Though her defense is flawless, but one strike finally sends her flying. Slam! Is the sound of something falling in the distance. Fresh blood stains her armor. Her small frame shouldn't be able to rise, and yet... Ooh. Nasty. No. She stands up without thinking. Her actions say that she needs to keep going, or else I'll be killed. ... Her actions. I realize I made a foolish decision. Berserker stops after defeating Saber. It doesn't so much as look at Tosaka or me. It just waits for its master's orders. You can't win. My berserker is the greatest hero of Greece. What? The greatest hero of Greece? Don't tell me he's... That's right. That demon before you is Heracles. He's the most atrocious monster ever. And he's on a different level than any of the heroes you two could summon and handle. The girl calling herself Ilya narrows her eyes in joy. Her eyes express elation from the anticipation of finishing off her enemies. There is no need to ask who she is expecting to kill. Saber. Then what will I do? Am I going to fight that monster instead? I can't do that. Just getting near that thing without being prepared would be enough to stop my heart. Pojď. Jdeme tu fate route možnost. I'm going to... tady. Ok, tady si to uložím. New. Můžu si pojmenovat nějak ty savey? Ne. Ale... Mám 2. I'll help Saber. Protože já jsem Sabersten. Já budu pomáhat mé drahé královně neboli králi Artušovi. I refuse to abandon someone when they're down. That's how I've always lived my life. And most importantly, I can't leave the girl who fought so hard to protect me. Okay, Berserker. She's going to regenerate, so take her out now. Berserker rumbles back into movement. I run forward as fast as I can. I can't possibly do anything against that monster. But the least I can do is to get Saber out of the way and save her from Berserker's attack. Eh? I fall. Why? I was going to shove Saber away from Berserker. Then I would figure out what to do afterwards, so why? Why? Why am I on the ground, unable to breathe? I hear surprised voices. First is Saber, who is in front of me now. Then there's Tosaka, standing at a distance, looking aghast. And then for some reason, the girl, calling herself Ilya, stares down at me, dumbfounded. Huh? Guys, come všichni jdou, na bingo! Oh, there's a gaping, ragged hole in the middle of my body. I'm on the ground, on the asphalt. There's only a little blood considering how big the wound is. I see some withered, branch-looking things and some shattered stuff. And man, that looks painful. All those parts scattered around. I get it. How dumb am I? So I didn't make it. I could never have pushed Saber away. So I was just her shield. And then that ungodly huge machete thing took a good chunk out of my stomach. Ugh. I can't believe I failed at a time like this. Doufám, že to, počkej. Když se kouknu na flowchart. Tak mi to neukáže. Takže vím, že tady mi to ukazovalo. Ano, tady to mi zruinovalo relationships se Sakurou. To mi dalo bonusový. Já jsem čekal, že jako asi Saber mi nemal moc zrovna když jsem skočil přes ten obrovský meč, ale hele, já takhle roluju. I tried my best to be a hero of justice, but I screwed it all up when it really mattered. Why? The silver-haired girl's face is blank as she speaks. After standing there dumbfounded, she just says, I've had enough. This is boring. She calls Berserker back without finishing Saber off. Rin, I'll kill you the next time we meet. The girl leaves. After she disappears, I completely black out. Taková bráška řekne, že vole blackoutoval, ale actually mě whiteoutne do píči. I lose consciousness. I'm really dead this time. I somehow survived when Lancer killed me last time, but my lucks definitely ran out. There's no magecraft that could save a person who just lost half his body. What are you thinking? Don't you know I can't save you anymore? I hear a voice reprimanding me. It must be Tosaka. She sounds like she's really mad, and I feel bad. But I had no choice. I'm not good at everything like her. All I have to work with is my body. That's why the only thing I could do was risk it all using my own body. Yes, sir. Jako asi jsem to nemusel. Druhý. Třetího druhý už. Fate. For partner. No. Winter. 5 years ago. It was a beautiful moonlit night. I was just enjoying the sight with my father, Kiritsugu, and Miya. It was winter, but it wasn't very cold. On the veranda, it was just a little chilly, the perfect weather to watch the moon. Kiritsugu didn't go outside much anymore. He rarely went out, and he spent most of his time lounging around the house. Every time I recall this, I still feel regret. Why didn't I realize that he was acting the way any creature does when they know that time is almost up? When I was a boy, I wanted to be a champion of justice. He blurted it out, just out of nowhere. My father, who already seemed like a champion of justice in my eyes, said that as if he were reflecting on a memory. What? Wanted to? So you gave up on it? I asked, unable to completely hide my disappointment. Kiritsugu smiled apologetically and looked up at the distant moon. Práškolně ukradl ten dialog z skurveného phasera, grrr. Unfortunately, yes. You can only be a hero for so long. It gets harder to call yourself one as you grow up. I wish I had found that out earlier. That made sense to me. I wasn't sure why, but if Kiritsugu said it, it had to be true. Oh, well, that's too bad. Yeah, it really is too bad. Kiritsugu nodded in agreement, so I just kind of blurted out something. I kind of blurted something out as if it were a natural thing to say. Okay, if you can't do it, then I'll do it for you. You can't do anything because you're an adult, but I can. You can leave your dream to me, because I'll make it a reality. The bold promise made my father smile. His face said everything I needed to know. Kiritsugu made a long, contented sigh and whispered, that's a relief. There, he closed his eyes, and so too, his life came to a close. He looked so peaceful, like he was just going to wake up in the morning, so I didn't think much about it. Maybe it was because by then I was used to seeing death. On a winter night, the man I called my father looked up at the moon and entered a long sleep. The yard was dead silent, not so much as a single chirp from an insect. I still remember how fiercely my eyes blazed on that bright, clear night. I didn't cry aloud, nor did I feel sad, but tears flowed down my cheek. Ty vole. But tears flowed down my cheek until the moon sank past the horizon. This happened in the winter, 5 years ago. I probably cried 10 years worth of tears in that time, so after that, there was nothing left. Fujina's dad took care of the funeral arrangements, and that's how I ended up living in the Emiya mansion all alone. Kiritsugu's passing didn't change anything for me. I was set on becoming a man who champions justice and does what's right, just like my father. So I didn't have time to sit around. That's right. I never talk about this, but I still remember it. 10 years ago, a man saved me from a fire. He picked up a burned, dying child and carried him out of hell, weeping with joy. I've admired him ever since. Nobody saved me. I couldn't save anyone. In the ruins of the fire, there was only a boy who was saved, and the man who saved him. That's why I aspired to be like him. I wanted to become a hero of justice that saves people and doesn't let anyone die. That's who he wanted to be, and he passed his wish on to me before quietly letting the curtain fall. It's only natural for a child to follow in their father's footsteps. Shiro Emiya must become a hero of justice and save someone the same way that he was once saved. I swore to myself I would do it. I vowed to fulfill the dream of the man I most admired, but honestly, I didn't know how. What did Kiritsugu mean by doing the right thing and championing justice? To jsou slova. How can I grow up faster? Is there some magical way to make Kiritsugu's dream of making everyone happy come true? Seriously, what am I supposed to do when I become a master? I can't get the blonde girl with me out of my head. Já jsem naživu. I wake up in my room. Something tastes terrible. The steely tang of blood clouds my mouth. It pooled in my mouth while I slept, and every time I breathed, heavy metallic air filled my lungs. I'm not sure why I feel this way. A violent urge to vomit makes me want to go wash my face in the restroom. Okay. I lift myself out of bed. Dizziness sets my head spinning. Feeling uneasy on my feet, I plant a hand on the wall. Ugh. I try to move, but it only makes the nausea worse. No, it's more pain than nausea. My body feels sluggish, and my insides seem to churn whenever I move. I imagine this is about what it would feel like if someone forced hot lead down my throat. Imagining that is making me feel like I'm going to run a fever. I wipe the sweat from my forehead and hobble out my room, leaning against the wall. Okay, I feel a little better. I wash my face and dry off my sweat-drenched body. Huh? For some reason, my abdomen is wrapped in bandages. I have no idea why, but I'll deal with it later. I'm hungry. Did I leave any extra food in the fridge? My stomach still feels like it's churning, while my body needs nourishment. Ugh. I suck up the discomfort and keep walking, braced against the wall. The dizziness won't go away, and worst of all, my whole body feels dull. Ow, 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 ow. I keep moving forward, making pathetic noises along the way. What the hell did I do before I went to bed last night? I don't remember training strenuously enough to make my entire body ache. I reach the living room. Sakura and Fujine must be at school. There's no signs of breakfast, nor do I see any remnants of Fujine wrecking the place. The living room's quiet, like a typical Sunday. Morning. Sorry I came in without asking, Emiya. Or not. Rin Tosaka is sitting on the floor by the table in the living room. She's so calm, like she owns the place. So much so that I feel like the guest here. I have no idea what to say, so I plop down on a cushion. And then I take a deep breath. Tosaka, why are you... Co jsem udělal? Ne, Rin, co jsem udělal? Stop. Shouldn't you apologize to me first? I can't move on from last night until you say sorry for what you did. I can't even finish asking why she's in my house. Tosaka's glare is all I need to know how angry she is. She seems upset about something that happened last night, but what exactly? Wait, I remember now. Right, this isn't the time for me to be leisurely breathing in the morning air. I tried to help Saber and Berserker gutted me like a fish. Ugh. The nausea returns. A chill grips my entire body as I remember the feeling of having a gaping hole in my body. Wait, that's weird. I should have died instantly. That's weird. Why am I still here?
思い出した?昨夜自分がどんなバカをしでかしたかって。なら少しは反省しなさい。
Do you remember now? You did something damn stupid last night. I hope you regret it. Tosaka huffs critically. That kinda ticks me off. My brain, frozen since seeing Tosaka in my living room, finally grinds into action. What are you talking about? I had no choice. Well, sure, it might seem like an idiotic move if you just look at the results. I definitely meant for it to go better than it did, so I wouldn't say it was a mistake. I return her glaze. I return her glare, insisting that I'm not an idiot. What? Why is she making such a show of sighing at me?
マスターが死んだらサーバントは消えるって言ったでしょ?だって言うのにサーバントをかばうなんてどうかしてるわ?
Oops. If the master dies, the servant disappears too, remember? I can't believe you actually tried to shield your own servant.
いい?あなたが死んでしまえばセイバーだって消えてしまう。セイバーを救いたかったのならもっと安全な場所からできる手段を考えなさい。
Listen, if you die, then Saber is gone too. If you wanted to save Saber, you should have thought of another way to do it from a safe distance.
まったく、身を挺してサーバントを守るなんて行為は無駄以外の何者でもないって分かってるの?
Honestly, do you realize how pointless it is to risk your own life for your servants? I wasn't shielding her. I was just trying to get her out of there. I didn't think that would happen to me. I knew I might die if I got near a monster like that, but that's beside the point.
そう。勘違いしてるみたいね、あなた。
Fine. Then you had the wrong idea. Tosaka only looks more irritated, like she knows exactly what I'm thinking.
あのね、ミヤ君。きっちりと言っておくけど、教会まで連れて行ったのはあなたに勝たせるためじゃないわ。
I'll be straight with you, Emiya. I didn't take you to the church so that you could win.
あれはね、何も知らないあなたが一人でも生き残れるようにって考えた結果なの。どうもそのあたりは分かってなかったみたいね。
I was just trying to give you a chance to survive because you literally don't know anything. It sounds like you still don't get it. A chance to survive? Ale já se snažím zabít.
負けることがそのまま死につながるって知れば、そう簡単に博打は打たなくなる。エミヤ君、こういう状況でも一人で夜出歩きそうだから。
Yeah, I figured you wouldn't take risks or really do much if you knew defeat meant death. But it looks like you're the kind of person to walk out at night even in a situation like this.
脅しをかけておけば、家中の栗を拾うこともなし、うまくいけば最後までやり過ごせるかもって思ったの。
I thought that if I scared you straight, you wouldn't throw your own life away for someone else, and if you're lucky, you'd make it until the end. I see. That didn't cross my mind. But why are you upset? What does me dying have to do with you?
関係あるわよ。 この私を一晩も心配させたんだから
Boha mého, Rin. It has everything to do with me, because you made me worry all night long. Tosaka is practically throwing a tantrum. But, okay. It actually feels good to have someone worry about me. From her tone, it sounds like Tosaka was the one who took care of me. Is that so? Guess I owe you one, Tosaka. Thanks. I bow my head in appreciation and apology. Da-da-da.
わかればいいのよ。これに懲りたら次はもっと頭のいい行動してよね。
As long as you understand, if you've learned your lesson, then use your head next time. Tosaka quickly turns away. She might still be edgy. Že říká, že Tosaka je edgelord? Oh ne. But I feel like she's in a better mood.
じゃあ、これで昨日のことはおしまいね。
Ne, Saber, já chci vidět svoji ženu. Proč neutíkají hodiny? Co mi nelíbí. Then we are done with what happened last night.
本題に入るけど、真面目な話と昨日の話、どっちにする？
Let's get down to it, then. You want to talk business or talk about yesterday? Tosaka prompts me matter-of-factly. Her straightforwardness takes me off guard, but now that I think about it, she must be here only because she has something to discuss. If she hadn't had something to discuss, she would have gone home already. Tosaka's my enemy, so what could she have to talk about that would prompt her to stay in enemy territory? I'm curious to know what she's thinking, and I also want to know what else happened last night. I have to ask anyway, so... Oh, fuck. Oh, no! Oh, no. Povede to někam? Jako, seriózně, povede to někam? To vyložím místo tady toho, tady nemám žádnou tak možnost. Do píči. Mám tady srdíčko. Když mohl někam víc, what the fuck? Kamo, já doufám, že jedu správnou routou do píči. Je mi zle, bro. I don't think either topic is good.
何よ黙り込んで。そんなに悩むほどのことじゃないでしょ？
Why did you climb up? This isn't something to agonize over. Are you sure about that? I have a feeling I'm in for a lecture no matter what I pick, so I don't want to hear about either. I cross my arms over my chest. Já se omlouvám, ok, Rin, já poslouchám. Půjdu vařit hnedka snídaní, já se omlouvám. Ne, já se nechci stát donutem, prosím, já se omlouvám. Já se strašlivě omlouvám, toto jsem nechtěl. Krev. A sudden sense of dread creeps over me. I've poked a sleeping tiger. I just know it. Tosaka? Why are you looking at me like that? I can practically feel the wrath building in her.
あら、すごい顔ってどんな顔かしら？一応聞いておくけど、
Já doufám, že to nastalo.
には私が怒ってるように見えたとか？
Doufám, že jsem rozbil naše relations. To je asi jako, to je asi úplně jedno, to pojede do stejných. To pojede do, no, do té hlavní. To je úplně jedno, jakou routu si vezmu, doufám. I'm a dead man. Kamu, jestli by mě zabila, to by bylo tak kurva funny. Well, there might have been a vein popping on your forehead, or not? I mean, maybe it was my imagination. Her smile is anything but kind, and I find myself stumbling over my words.
へえ、そんな風に見えたんだ。じゃあ、エミヤ君は私が怒ってるなんて思ってるわけね。
So that's how I look to you? You think I'm angry? Are you mad, Tosaka?
当たり前よ。
You're goddamn right I am!
言うにこと書いてどっちも聞きたくないですって。
You're saying you don't want to hear about either?
あんたね、自分の立場本当に分かってるのかってのよ、この考えなし。
Do you have any idea what sort of situation you're in, you freaking nitwit? Tosaka's words come out as a bestial roar. Her threatening tone makes me want to tuck my tail and run, but...
逃げるな、あんたはそこで正座。
Don't you dare run from me! Fuck your ass on your heels right here and give me your undivided attention. Good. I sit down on the floor, feet tucked beneath myself, back straight. Tosaka, why do I have to sit like this?
決まってるでしょ。一方的に話をするのよ。
Why do you think? So I can talk to you without getting interrupted.
エミヤ君はまだ寝ぼけてるようだから、目が覚めるまで
No
そう
fuck.
してなさい。
Oh. Co to je, kurva? Kurva, jak se... Ne! Skrolítko? Jo, takhle. Your brain is clearly still asleep, so you're sitting like that until it wakes up. ... Tosaka is absolutely livid. I'm pretty sure that if I protest at all, she'll bite my head off, so I say nothing. I face a true monster now. Monster Hunter? Someone once told me it's best to play dead when dealing with a berserk animal.
まずは状況の確認よ。昨日、あれからどうなったのかを話してあげる。
First, let's talk about the current situation. I'm going to explain what happened last night. Tosaka briefly explains what happened last night. Apparently, Berserker left right after I lost consciousness. Afterwards, my body started to heal on its own and was back to normal after a few minutes. I was still unconscious, so Tosaka brought me here and the rest was as I remember it.
ここで重要なのは、あなたはあなた一人で生き切ったっていう。
Ale proč nás zachránil Sabera? Já jsem si, že nás má zachránit Sabera.
あの傷を感知させたのはあなた自身の力。
A být po naší straně.
そこ勘違いしないでよね。
Já se bojím, že jdu routou, já nechci, jako, asi by mi to nevadilo, kdybych šel Unlimited Bladeworks routu jako první, ale do píče já chci Fate routu nejdřív. Ok, každopádně. What's important here is that you managed to survive on your own. I might have helped a bit, but it was your power that healed your wound. So don't get that twisted, okay? That's what it sounds like from the way you told it. So you aren't the one who healed me?
まさか死にかけてる人間を蘇生させるなんて芸当はもう私にはできない。エミやシローは自分でぶっ飛んだ中身をどうにかしたのよ。
No way! I can't revive someone on the verge of death. What was I supposed to do about your intestines scattered on the pavement? I don't really have an answer to that. My stomach is back to normal, yes, but I'm honestly still dubious about what Tosaka said. I can't even use any healing magecraft, much less raise the dead.
そうなると原因はサーバントね。
Which means it must be your servant.
あなたのサーバントはよっぽど強力なのか、それとも召喚の時に何か手違いが生じたのか。まあ両方だと思うけど、何らかのラインがつながったんでしょうね。
Either your servant is pretty powerful, or something happened when you summoned them. I think it's both, actually. But you must be connected by some line. Line? You mean some sort of fatal line that connects a familiar and its mage?
ほら、ちゃんと使い物知識はあるじゃない。
Oh, so you do have some knowledge of familiars?
なら話は早いわ。要するにエミヤ君とセイバーの関係は普通の主人と使い魔の関係じゃないってこと。
Absolutní cinema. Then this should be easy. It means your relationship with Saber is not just an ordinary master and familiar relationship.
見たところセイバーには自然治癒の力もあるみたいだから、それがあなたに流れてるんじゃないかな。
Surely. Saber can evidently regenerate too, so her power might be flowing into you.
普通は魔術師の能力が使い魔に付与されるんだけど、あなたの場合は使い魔の特殊能力が主人を助けてるってわけ。
Normally, the mage's abilities are shared with their familiar, but in your case, the familiar's abilities are helping the master. So it's like a river flowing upstream?
うまい例えね。本来ならありえないだろうけど、セイバーの魔力ってのは川の流れを変えるほど膨大なんでしょ。そうでなければ、あの体格でバーサーカーとまともに打ち合う。
Přestaň si tolkovat moji ženu. That's a good way of putting it. Normally that wouldn't be possible, but Saber's magical energy must be powerful enough to change the flow of a river. Otherwise, there's no chance she would be able to go up against Berserker with that tiny frame of hers. It wouldn't normally be possible. Does that mean your relationship with Archer is a normal mage and familiar relationship?
そうよ。人の言うこと全然聞かないやつだけど、一応そういう関係。
Ah, Milu Archer. That's right. He doesn't listen to a word I say, but that's our relationship.
マスターとサーバントのつながりなんてガソリンとエンジンみたいなものだもの。こっちが魔力を提供して、あっちがそれを食べるだけ。
The connection between master and servant is like gas in an engine. We provide the energy for them to consume.
まあ中には肉体面でもサーバントと共有して疑似的な不死を得たマスターもいたそうよ。サーバントが死なない限り自分も死なない。なんていうやつなんだけど。人の話聞いてる？
Master, který se fyzicky fuznul s jejich servantem. To mi nic neříká, toho... Jako jsou demiservanti, kde dáte servanta do nějakého člověka a tím ho kontrolujete, jako je máš. A myslím, že ještě někdo. A Zík je taky demiservant, jako rádoby demiservant, myslím. Ty vole, to si musím vyhledat. Though, I've read that a master once acquired pseudo-immortality by physically fusing with their servant. They won't die as long as their servant doesn't die. Are you listening, Emiya? Huh? Yeah, I am. Then Tosaka, does that mean... Oh, then, Tosaka, does that mean my body will heal from injuries even if I don't do anything about them?
あなたのサーバントの魔力を消費してね。理屈はわからないけど、原因がセイバーの実体化にあることは間違いないわ。あなたが自然治癒の呪いなんて習得しているはずはないから。
At the cost of your servant's magical energy. I don't know how it works, but it definitely has something to do with Saber being stuck in material form. I don't think you've learned any curses of natural regeneration. Of course not. My old man never taught me something that complicated.
そうじゃなくて、そうだったら私が悩む必要はなかったっていうことよ。いいわ。あなたには関係のない話だから。
That's not what I mean. I'm saying I wouldn't have had to worry this much if it was true. Never mind. This doesn't concern you. Huh? What does she mean? I wonder why Tosaka's being so roundabout.
まあいいわ。とにかくあまり無茶はしないこと。
Anyway, just don't do anything rash.
今回は助かったからいいけど、次にあんな傷を負ったらまず助からないはずだから。多少の傷なら治るなんていう甘い考えは捨てた方がいいでしょうね。
You might have survived this time, but you might not live to tell the tale next time you get hurt like last night. It's probably best you just ditch the notion that any small wounds will heal on their own. I know, Saber had to help me because I went and got myself hurt. I don't have any excuses for that.
バカね、そんな理由じゃないわよ。断言してもいいけど、あなたの傷を治すと減るのはセイバーの魔力だけじゃない。
That's not the point, dummy. Let me be clear. Ale Rina tě pořád vidím. It costs more than Saber's magical energy to heal your wounds.
あなた、それ絶対なんか使ってるわ。
You're giving something up when it happens.
寿命とか性分とか預金残高とか、ともかく何かが減りまくってるに違いないんだから。
Saber? Dej těch 20 na burgeru, který jsem objednal. Whether that's your life, your luck, or even your bank account, you can bet that kind of healing doesn't come cheap. Dosaka huffs once again, and I agree, but... Dosaka, I don't think my bank account has anything to do with it.
関係あるわよ。魔術ってのは金食い虫なんだから。使ってればどんどんお金は減っていくものなの。
Rin? Já nejsem Jewel Mage. Of course it does. Using Magecraft means you're pretty much throwing your money away. The more you use it, the more it drains your money.
そうでなければ許さないんだから。特に私が。
Otherwise, none of this would be acceptable, especially to me. Hey yo! Práška, proč jsem najednou tyhle vlezl do 9. kruhu pekelnýho? Jo, Dante, skvělá kniha. Tosaka absolutely explored this. Tosaka feels like the real one, while the girl at school feels like an act. Though, I guess I already noticed that yesterday.
まあ、お金の話は置いとくとして。
Well, putting the topic of money aside,
次は真面目な話だけど、いいかしら、エミヤ君。
I want to talk about something serious. Are you ready, Emiya? Go, Sago, já jsem nechtěl slyšet jedno a tak jsem obou. This is the main reason you're here, isn't it? Let's hear it.
じゃあ率直に聞くけど、エミヤ君、あなたこれからどうするつもり？
Then I'll be frank. What do you plan to do next? Tosaka asked the one question I hoped she wouldn't. Actually, that's not entirely true. It's not that I don't want her to ask so much as I haven't really thought of my answer yet. What am I going to do now is the question I want to ask. To be honest, I don't know. I know there's a competition for the Holy Grail, but I've never been in a battle between mages. For one thing, more than anything, I want to avoid any killing. I'm not interested in something like the Holy Grail. I don't really know if I can risk my life for something I don't want.
言うと思った。あなたね、そんなこと言ったらサーバントに殺されるわよ。
I knew you'd say something like that. I'll have you know that your servant will kill you for saying that sort of thing. Vážně? Well, kill me? Why?
サーバントの目的も聖杯だから。
Because the servants also seek the Holy Grail.
彼らは聖杯を手に入れるという条件だからこそ、マスターの召喚に応じているのよ。
One of the conditions for them allowing a master to summon them is getting a chance at the Holy Grail.
サーバントにとって最も重要なのは聖杯なの。
The Grail is the servant's #1 priority.
彼らは聖杯を手に入れる可能性があるから、マスターに従い、時にマスターのために命を落とす。
They'll obey the masters if it gives them a chance at the Grail, and sometimes they'll even die for their masters.
だっていうのに、聖杯なんていらないよなんて言ってみなさい。裏切り者と切り殺されても。
Teď to chci docela udělat. Try saying, you don't want the Grail to your servant. You can't blame her if she calls you a traitor and cuts you down where you stand. What the hell? That doesn't sound right. Servants are the ones who who are summoned by masters, right? Then
サーバントが無償で人間に従うなんて思ってたの？
do you think servants would really serve humans for free?
聖杯は手に入れたものの望みを叶える。それはマスターの守護者であるサーバントも例外じゃない。
Whoever acquires the grail gets their wish granted, whether that's a master or their guardian servant.
サーバントたちにもね、それぞれ何らかの欲望があるのよ。だからこそ彼らは本来ありえない召喚に応じている。
The servants have wishes of their own. That's why they respond to summons that would otherwise be, at best, unreasonable.
聖杯を手に入れるためにマスターがサーバントを呼び出すじゃない。
Masters don't summon servants to help them get the Holy Grail.
聖杯が手に入るからサーバントはマスターの呼び出しに応じるのよ。
Servants answer the master's call to have a chance at the Holy Grail. ... The servants have wishes too? Does that mean Saber also has a wish she wants granted by the Holy Grail?
だからサーバントはマスターが命令しなくとも他のマスターを消しにかかる。聖杯を手に入れるのは一人だけ。自分のマスター以外に聖杯が渡るのは彼らだって承知できないのよ。
That's why servants will go out and eliminate other masters even without being ordered to. Only one person can get the Holy Grail. They won't allow it to fall into the hands of anyone other than their own master.
マスターと違ってサーバントには霊樹を奪うなんてことはできない。彼らが他のマスターを無力化するには殺す以外に方法がない。
Unlike masters, servants don't have the power to take away command spells. The only way they can neutralize other masters is by killing them.
だからね、たとえマスター本人に戦う意志がないとしても戦いは避けられないのよ。
So even if the master has no intention of fighting, conflict is inevitable.
サーバントに襲われたマスターは自分のサーバントでこれを撃退する。それが聖杯戦争なんだって綺麗から嫌っていうほど聞かされたでしょ。
Masters attacked by a servant need to fight them off with their own servant. Kirei told you plenty of times about how that is at the heart of the Holy Grail War. Yeah, he told me enough of that last night, but that means that servants must fight and kill each other. I thought it would have been enough as long as the masters made peace with each other and gave up on the Holy Grail. But if servants answer the summons because they also seek the Holy Grail and will never give up until they have it, then battles between servants really are inevitable. But then, is the girl who fought so hard to protect me also here to fight, kill for, and make me die, all for the Holy Grail? That's awful. I don't know exactly what a heroic spirit is, but Saber's a human. I even saw her bleed yesterday.
その点は安心して。サーバントに生死はないから。サーバントは絶命しても本来の場所に帰るだけだもの。英霊っていうのはもう死んでも死なない現象だからね。戦いに敗れて殺されるのは当事者であるマスターだけよ。
Oh, don't worry about that. Servants are immortal. So if they die, they'll just go back to where they came from. Heroic spirits are phenomena that can't die. Only masters can actually get killed when they lose a fight. No, I mean, even if their deaths are figurative, it doesn't change the fact that something which takes the form of a human dies in this world.
何、人殺しだっていうの？魔術師のくせにまだそんな正義感振り回してるわけ？あなた。
What? You have some hang-up with killing. You've got some nerve calling yourself a mage with morals like that. Dozak is right. As a mage, death is never far. I understand that fact, and I've long since resigned myself to it. But I'm not strong enough to be the judge of when and where other people should live or die. Of course I do. I won't be party to some war. Of course I do. I won't be party to some war where people murder each other.
へえ、それじゃあミスミス殺されるのを待つだけなんだ。で、勝ちを他のマスターに譲るのね。
Oh really? So you're just going to sit and wait to be killed? You're going to just hand the victory to some other master. That's not my point. All I have to do is to stay alive until the end, right? I don't intend to kill anyone, but I'm also not going to hold back if I need to defend myself. Someone who shows up ready to kill others can't complain about getting killed.
受けに回るんだ。それじゃあ他のマスターが何をしようが傍観するのね。例えば昨日のあいつが暴れ回って、
Ty svině, to jsou dobrý otázky.
皆殺しにしても無視するってわけ?
So you're going to play defense. You're just going to watch and see what other masters do. Even if that thing from yesterday goes around killing everyone in town, you'll just ignore it? The thing from yesterday? That twisted inhuman demon. ... It's strong enough to level a house with a single blow. If it set its mind to it, I'm sure it could destroy all of Miyama overnight. To make matters worse, servants can turn into spirit form. Humans who lack the ability to sense the supernatural can't even see them. As soon as servants materialize, they can interact with the physical world. So you could say that they're the ultimate weapons. No modern technology or weaponry can affect a spiritual form. Our attacks don't work on them, but they can hurt us. It's a depressingly one-sided arrangement. From a normal person's point of view, servants may as well be natural disasters. When people die to an invisible killer, those deaths will just be treated as accidents or natural causes. What do you mean? Don't masters and servants only attack other masters? What do the people in town have to do with it?
そうだったらどんなに平和なことか。けど、それなら見届け役の綺麗なんていらないでしょ?
If only the world were so peaceful. If that was the case, then we wouldn't need Kirei to play referee.
一つ言い忘れていたけど、サーバントっていうのは霊なの。彼らはもう完成したものだから、今以上の成長はない。
I should have mentioned this sooner, but servants are spirits. Their forms are complete, static, so they do not grow.
けど、蓄えた魔力が多ければ多いほど、サーバントは生前の特殊能力を自由に行使できるわ。
But they still need magical energy as fuel. When they are provided with more magical energy, they are able to use more of the special abilities they had while they were alive.
そのあたりは私たち魔術師と一緒なんだけど、あなたこの意味わかる?
That's not unlike us mages, actually. Do you see what I'm getting at? Yeah, it's like repeatedly using magecraft. Magical energy is like gunpowder. The mage is the gun itself. Like how there are different guns, pistols, rifles, shotguns. Mages all have a variety of abilities. To continue the metaphor, servants are more like artillery cannons than firearms. They burn a huge amount of gunpowder to launch massive shells.
そうよ。けどサーバントたちは私たちみたいに自然からマナを提供されてるわけじゃない。
That's right.
基本的に彼らは自分の中だけの魔力で活動する。
That's right, but servants can't draw mana from the atmosphere like us. They generally run only on the magical energy within them.
それを補充するのが私たちマスターで、サーバントは自分の魔力プラス、主であるマスターの魔力分しか生前の力を発揮できないの。
It's our job as masters to supplement that energy. Their power is limited by their own energy supply, plus whatever their masters give them.
けど、それだとあなたみたいに半人前のマスターじゃ優れたマスターにはかなわないってことになるでしょ?
That means a half-baked master like you has no chance against a more capable master, right?
その抜け道っていうか、当たり前って言えば当たり前の方法なんだけれど、サーバントは他から魔力を補充できる。
One very obvious solution to that hurdle is to have your servant acquire magical energy from other sources.
サーバントは霊体だから、同じものを食べてしまえば栄養は取れるってこと。
Servants are spirits, so they can eat similar stuff for sustenance. Eating something similar? You mean other spiritual bodies? But what kind of spirits would they eat?
簡単でしょ。自然霊は自然そのものから力を汲み取る。
Simple. Spirits of nature can take in power from nature itself.
なら人間霊であるサーバントは一体何から力を汲み取ると思う？
So what do you think servants who are human spirits get power from? Oh. It really is an easy question. Just as we eat meat, human spirits like servants have to eat.
ごめんと。まあ魔力の補充なんて聖杯に補助されたマスターからの提供だけで大抵は事足りる。
Correct. To be fair, the magical energy supply from masters chosen by the Holy Grail should be enough in most cases.
けど一人より大勢の方が大量摂取できるのは当然でしょ。
But shouldn't be obvious that they would gain more energy by getting it from more than one person.
はっきり言ってしまえばね。実力のないマスターはサーバントに人を食わせるのよ。
Bluntly speaking, inferior masters have to feed other people to their servants.
サーバントは人間の原感情や魂を魔力に変換する。
Servants can convert souls and primal human emotions into magical energy.
自分のサーバントを強くしたいのなら、それが一番効率がいい。人間を殺してサーバントへの生贄にするマスターは決して少なくないわ。
If you want your servant to get stronger, that's the most efficient way. It's not rare for masters to sacrifice humans to their servant. Sacrifice? Are you saying there might be masters out there who go around killing people to make their servants stronger? If they're not choosy about their methods?
そうね。けど、頭のいいやつならそんな無駄なことはしないんじゃないかな。
Maybe. But I can't see a smart master doing something like that.
いい？サーバントがいくら強力でも、魔力の器そのものには限界がある。能力値以上の貯蔵はできないんだから、殺して回るにしても限度があるわ。
No matter how strong a servant is, they're still limited by energy capacity. They can't store any energy above a hard limit, so there's only so much they can benefit from mass murder.
それに、あからさまに殺人を犯せば教会が黙ってないし、何よりそのシーンからサーバントの能力と正体が他のマスターたちにバレかねない。
For
も
one
ちろんマスター自身の正体もね。
For one thing, the association won't just turn a blind eye to someone going around murdering people, but more importantly, the other masters will be able to figure out their servants' abilities and identity based on the victim's cause of death. That, and they'll work out the other master's identity too.
聖杯戦争は自分の正体を隠していた方が圧倒的に有利だから、普通のマスターならサーバントを出し惜しみするはずよ。
Concealing your identity in a Holy Grail war gives you a big advantage, so any normal master would be unwilling to use their servant. I get it. If you don't let anyone know you're a master, the other masters won't attack you. Conversely, if the other masters know who you are, you're just asking to be ambushed. It stands to reason that no one would be reckless enough to let their servant attack civilians and risk getting exposed. Well, that's a relief. As long as a master doesn't order it, servants shouldn't indiscriminately attack people.
でしょうね。仮にも英雄だもの。自分から人を殺して回るやつはそもそも英雄だなんて呼ばれないだろうけど、もう断言はできないか。
Probably not. They're supposed to be heroes, after all. I don't think there are any heroes who would attack innocent people, though I can't say that for sure.
暴虐者だからこそ英雄になった例なんていくらでもあるんだし。
Plenty of them became heroes through violence, through sheer violence. Aww. the fuck? Mám tady menší situaci. Mám tady Kolovského, který edituje přes můj účet, protože se chce kupovat Filmoru. Ale... To je kokot. OK, dobrý. Asi problém je avertován. OK, dot. Jak? Počkej. How to downgrade Filmora. No. Okay, unlucky. Rest in peace, bozo. Osaka just casually raises a truly terrifying point. That she sounds genuine about it, rather than sarcastic or ironic, might be a reflection of her twisted nature. Casual muzika. We are getting off topic. So, what's next for you? You claim you won't kill people, so are you just going to stand by and watch the other masters do God knows what? I take it back. She's not only twisted, she's a jerk who's going out of her way to drive me into a corner, all with a smile. If it comes to that, I'll go in to stop them. The master won't have much to do as long as that 7 has been defeated, right? Unbelievable. So you're not going to try to defeat any of the other masters unless they intend to do bad things. Do you even hear yourself? Yeah, I know they're just pretty words, but I can't think of anything else. I'm not changing my principles no matter what you say. There's just one problem. Shall I spell it out for you? I can see the gears turning in her head. She's up to something. But I promised to listen, so I need to hear her out. Yeah? Do you remember the master from yesterday? The little girl who just casually ordered her servant to kill us both? How can I forget? She attacked us on our way home without any warning. Okay, ano, to chápu. She is definitely going to come back and kill us. I'm sure even you've worked that out. Oh, right. That girl's a master too. She knows that Tosaka and I are both masters, so she's bound to come after us eventually. It could be today or tomorrow, but we've already signed our death warrants. I have no chance of stopping that monster.
あの子のサーバント、バーサーカーは桁違いよ。
Her servant, Berserker, is on a whole other level.
マスターとして未熟なあなたにあれは撃退できない。自分からは何もしないで身を守るって言うけど、あなたは身を守ることさえできないわ。
As inexperienced of a master as you are, you're no match for that thing. And you've been saying you're going to protect yourself by doing nothing. You are not going to be able to defend yourself. Look who's talking. You have no chance against that thing either.
正面からじゃ勝てないでしょうね。白兵戦ならあれは最強のサーバントよ。きっと歴代のサーバントの中でもあれと並ぶやつはいないと思う。私もバーサーカーに襲われたら逃げ延びる手段はないわ。
Not in a straight up fight. That's the ultimate close up. Fuck. That's the ultimate close quarters servant. There probably isn't anyone who can match it even among all the heroes of myth and legend. If Berserker attacks me, there's no escape. That goes for me too. I'm pretty sure I won't survive the next round with that thing. My hand moves unconsciously to my stomach. The wound is closed. It's probably not even fair to call this a wound. It's this spot where a gigantic sword nearly killed me instantly. I can't shake off the sudden wave of nausea that wells up in me when I imagine the next time I may get a taste of that blade.
そういうこと。わかった。何もしないままで聖杯戦争の終わりを待つなんて選択肢はないってことが。
Budeme těm servantům vařit a budeme kamarádi. There you have it. Do you get that just sitting around, doing nothing and waiting for the Holy Grail war to end isn't an option? Yeah, I know that now, but Tosaka, I'm not sure what your point is. I'm sure you're not here just to make fun of my inevitable doom, are you?
そこまで悪趣味じゃない。
What kind of sadist do you take me for?
もう、ここまで言ってるのにわからない？要するに、私と手を組まないかって言ってる。
Huh? What? Ale počkej. Tohle mi nějak nešrotuje v hlavě. Ve Fate routě, teda jako v Dean Fate routě na Shira zaútočila. A v Unlimited Blade Works taky ne? Wait a minute. Huh? What? Now? Huh? What? If I take those words at face value, that means you want to team up with me, Tosaka?
そう。私のアーチャーは致命傷を受けて目下治療中。完全に回復するまで時間がかかるけど、それでも半人前ぐらいの活躍はできるはずよ。
To se prahýluje? Co dělá ten kokot? Yeah, my arch is still recovering from a serious wound. That's going to take some time, but in the meantime, I'm not completely out of the fight.
で、そっちはサーバントは申し分ないけど、マスターが足引っ張ってやっぱり半人前。ほら、合わせればちょうどいいわ。
And while your servant is superb, her master's dragging her down, making her half as effective. See? Put the two of us together and you've got a whole. Hey, I'm not that bad of a mage.
私が知る限りでもう3回も死にそうになったのに1日で3回も殺されかける人間なんて初めて見たけど
I count 3 times in which you almost died. You're the first person I know who's had that happen in a single day. Ugh, but...
同盟の対価ぐらいは払うわ。アーチャーを倒されたことはチャラにしてあげてマスターとしての知識も教えてあげる。ああと暇があればエミヤ君の魔術の腕を見てあげてもいいけど。どう？
I'll make it worth your while. I'll let you off for getting Archer hurt, and teach you what you need to know to be a master. Oh, and if we have time, I can even give you some pointers on your magecraft. Deal? Look, it is an attractive proposition. I know next to nothing, and Tosaka does seem knowledgeable. And I'd like to avoid fighting her if I can. Doufám, že mi to nedá možnost. Emiya? I'm waiting for your answer. No, takže actually budu muset se rozhodnout. She urges me to make a choice. Já si, že by to mělo být v pohodě, když se team upnem. Já nevím, co se mám vybírat. Tady to je ta nejhorší věc na visual novelech. Já nevím, jaký možnosti si mám vybírat. Takovéhle vague možnosti, jako ne, tady to není vague, tady to je jako direktní, ale nevím, jak to ovlivní Saber. Já nevím, jestli mě bude, jako asi to pochopí, ale samozřejmě to savenu. Co když řeknu ne? This isn't something I should be agonizing over. I'm an amateur while Tosaka is a first-rate mage and master. Given what happened last night, teaming up with her is clearly the wiser choice, but... Emiya, I want to hear your answer. Doing it right now feels like jumping the gun. I don't think Tosaka is trying to deceive me, but I should figure things out on my own first. Otherwise, I won't know right from wrong. Sorry, Tosaka. I appreciate your concern, but I can't give you the answer you want, as heavy as this whole thing is. I don't think I should just jump into a decision here. I meet her glare and dig my proverbial heels in. Tosaka slightly narrows her eyes, then gives me an emotionless nod.
それじゃあ交渉は決裂ね。まあ、確かにエミヤ君の言い分も正しいわ。本当に勝つ気があるなら、誰も信用できないもの。
Nelíbí se mi ty hodiny. I guess that's it. No, you're right about one thing. If you really want to win, you can't trust anyone. Což mě teď zastřelí. That isn't true. I trust you, Tosaka. I just don't think I can make this decision on my own. If I'm Saber's master, then I shouldn't make commitments without looping her in.
なるほど。確かにそうね。
Oh.
あなたはもうれっきとしたマスターなんだから。
Možná to byl dobrý choice. I see. You're right. You are a master now. Tosaka nods again in acceptance and quickly turns away. Her long hair sways as she walks away. With that, the girl who might have been my ally turns back.
それじゃあね。次に出会ったら敵同士だから。
See you around. Next time, we'll meet as enemies. And leaves me with a cold warning, just like Ilya did. Yes, Saber. Activate Saber. Okay. I take a quick breath and try to organize my thoughts. I haven't even had time to think since witnessing the fight between Lancer and Archer back at school. Lancer stabbed me in the chest at school. Somehow I survived and got home. Then Lancer attacked me again. Saber saved me and I became a master. So then I had things explained at church. The Holy Grail War, a battle to the death. A Holy Grail, a device said to grant any wish to the victor. Oh no, internet. Oh no, internet. Stabilize. OK, internet se kompletně postaral. OK, tak dneska to ukončíme, protože mám špatný připojení k internetu, já se omlouvám, čete. Tady to savenem. OK. Alt F4. Čete, doufám, že jste si užili dnešní kratší stream, 1,5 hodiny. Lehce jsme progresnuli, doufám,